eating too much Taco Bell for that to sound appealing.
Baja Blast.
You're like, oh no, 2 a.m.
Oh, here it comes.
Here it comes.
What's that dude, Ko Wetzel?
Who's Ko Wetzel?
You know Ko Wetzel?
No, I know the music artist, right?
Yeah. Okay, so he has this one song that's like, it was like really, really popular. And one thing he says, he's like, who's gonna take me to Taco Bell?
That's the most romantic line you can really expect.
But it's like, goddamn, dude, I'm like, it almost like doesn't roll with the song.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's just like, it's
Is
like,
it a cultural boundary?
I don't know. But it's not like he's getting anything out of it. You know what I mean?
Just being honest.
Like, I don't see like the little like Taco Bell dog being like, "Yo quiero Ko Wetzel." I'm not
It's
seeing
like
that
2
shit.
decades of advertisement. If it would have happened at that time, but it would have been so amazing, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yo quiero Chloe Wetzel. Fuck.
Chloe Wetzel.
Chloe Wetzel. Fuck. Ko Wetzel. Fuck.
Chloe Wetzel.
Wow, JJ, how dare you?
I know. Here I am going.
That's so
going
early, but you last an
what's
entire
like?
30 seconds.
Our Asian. Here's the thing. Okay, so my buddy was telling me one day that he's like, you can't do a Jamaican accent because that's racist, and I'm like, that is false because there are white Jamaicans.
There are white Jamaicans.
Yeah, like you look at Bob Marley's baby mama, Damian Marley's mom. She's a white woman. She's like the Miss Universe girl, white chick. But you hear her talk, and she's just like, yo, man, you come out to Jamaica, we have the freshest of beaches, you know, we roll up the fastest of spliffs. And I'm like, that's crazy.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, I get where people are like racially tied to their form of artistic expression, right?
Right.
So, like, even if a person like you who does like reggae perfectly, even if it sounds like spot on, everything is perfectly.
You said perfectly.
Sorry, when you do it perfectly, everyone's like,
Damn.
oh, this motherfucking white piece of shit. How dare I think it's Bob Marley and turn to see JJ Wood. I mean, it's respectable, but at the same time, I can see how people would be racist enough if they were like Jamaican to be like, oh, fuck this white boy.
You're right.
You know?
Well, here's what's funny. Have you ever heard there was an Asian family that adopted a brand new white baby?
Oh,
And
that's
then-
a reversal.
Yeah, and then they raised it in Korea and all that shit, right?
Okay, yeah.
And so he came back to the States, Asian accent, because that's where
He learned
he
English.
he grew up.
Yeah.
And so it's like it's so funny, dude.
No, that makes perfect sense.
Let me see if I can find it for you.
Fucking Koreans.
Fucking Koreans, bro.
Well, the joke was with a church member of mine when I was growing up that like I'm half Japanese and half Chinese, so I guess I'm effectively Korean, which I didn't get at the time, but like 10 years later, I was like, oh my God, that's a fucking great joke geographically. That's an
Right.
amazing joke.
It's fucking where is this dude? God damn it.
I'm pretty excited. It better be worth the time investiture. You better not fucking pull up Gangnam Style either.
Okay, white dude raised in China. Okay, here it is.
White dude raised in China.
Okay, sweet. This is short.
How long have you lived in Singapore? Singapore, 9 years already.
9 years, and then before that?
2 years in China, then some more got 5 years in the States. In local schools, only blonde person hard to do anything. Always stand out one. China, same thing. They call me Jingfa,
Jingfa, golden hair.
golden hair. Can you speak Mandarin?
I feel so bad for not being able to understand his Asian accent at certain points as an Asian person.
Can you imagine though? Can you imagine him walking into like a Chinese restaurant in Portland, Oregon, or somewhere like super progressive, and it's like, I want the shofar rice, and they're like, you need to check your privilege, sir.
I mean, if they say it like you said it, then that's totally understandable.
Yeah, but it's like no, this. But it's like,
They know you're faking. You're not Vietnamese here or Chinese in Oklahoma City. Fuck it.
That's so funny. I don't know. It's just funny, but it just goes to show that like I don't really feel like doing accents is racist.
You know, I don't think it is. I think there's this like golden gray area where you have to be close enough to that specific Asian.
Right.
Because like if you say the wrong kind of Asian accent in front of people who are of that ethnicity and don't have that
Right.
accent, then they get pissed.
Right.
And like I've done this shit. Like I have a white fucking accent, making fun of an Asian person because I grew up in fucking Oklahoma City. That's what my voice
Right.
is. But like actual Asian people, they differentiate between themselves to the point where they're more racist towards most other Asians than I've seen like white people towards black people, even in America. It's weird.
Yeah.
I don't know how to tell you guys about this magical new like through the looking glass world, but Japanese and Chinese people fucking hate each other. I just want to let you know.
It's so okay. So I think it also kind of depends on like how you're doing it. You know what I mean?
That's
I bet
true.
if I answered the phone and I was like, "Konnichiwa, Zach."
Mush mush.
Yeah, it was really nice, like we did earlier. But if I was like, "Damn it," and started just like making fun of your accent, like in a derogatory way, yeah, it's like.
Ching chong bing bong ding dong. No,
I don't
I've
know.
heard it before.
But I remember my oldest brother when he moved to Arkansas, like after like 2 or 3 months, like he called my mom trying to figure out like how to do laundry, you know?
Smart.
Yeah. I mean, I was like, what did you do for the previous months, man? Just like rolling
No
around like the
laundry.
stinky ass clothes, like goddamn. So anyway, and so he was like, so wait, I gotta separate my whites, and we're like, what did you say? He's like, my whites, the whites, and I was like, bro, it was hilarious. So like, I mean, the accent kind of like grows with you no matter where you
Yeah.
go. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Well, I mean, you're an explant to Oklahoma,
Yeah.
so like,
The eggplant of Oklahoma. I'm an eggplant.
Close enough.
Yeah.
Like, did you notice like any difference in like Oklahoma City Asian culture versus like Ruidoso, like Asian culture? Like, is it
Dude, I think
different
we
ethnic
probably
group,
had
or-
like maybe 6 Asians in Ritos, to be
Oh
honest.
shit! So like, it's all this. It's like you're the.
I think
Asians.
there was only like 4 black people in my school, to be
Oh,
honest.
okay.
Yeah.
That explains your love of reggae music. Maybe it's like is that a forbidden fruit? What was it? What was it that?
Reggae, I used to play punk rock. And like when I was in high school, and I was like, "Yeah, this is awesome," and I'm like, "Our youth will not be bought." Yeah.
It felt
And
so
then
good and real at the time.
It did.
Right?
I wanted to make a difference. Dude, I was so into politics when I was in high school and couldn't do shit about it.
Yep. That's when you have the most hope. Is
And-
when you don't have power actually, and you get
Yeah.
to see all these things without all the distractions.
Yep.
After the fact, it's weird.
And then I started smoking weed, and I was like, bro, I don't want to fucking yell anymore, man. Like I kind of just
Dude,
want to make girls dance.
I don't know. Maybe that's why they made like weed illegal in the 1960s, because they know you're like, we'll be able to fool these people into thinking we're different parties for the next 80 years.
I don't know.
Oh, we're still going to war even though Congress doesn't vote for it. Sorry, no politics. My bad. No, that's totally fine.
I told Zach, I was like, no politics
No
on
politics.
the show.
Nope,
And
like, you'd
what
have
does
to
he
be
do?
high.
We are 8 minutes in. 8 minutes into this fucking podcast, and you broke that fucking
As
rule.
soon as
How
you
many
went-
Yinglings did you have before you came here?
7.
You had 7 Yinglings?
From 6:30. Yeah, 3 hours. You know, I
You
thought
were
I
not
was
there at
slowing
6:30.
down.
I got off at 7.
7. It was 7:30. Excuse me.
You had 7 Yinglings, and you called me at 9:15.
Yeah, because no, you can't. Okay, everyone
time did you
else,
call me?
podcast world. He told me 9:30, so I was early and I still made it. So
Okay,
he
you
kissed
called
my
me at
ass.
9. You called me at 9:20. Okay. Well, you know
Okay,
what?
it's fine,
That makes
it's
sense. It's
And
fine.
We'll fix it in editing.
Yeah, no, it's fine. And I'll fix this in editing. I can't fix how much you drank before you came here.
That you cannot. We're on the same roller
We're-
coaster in that context.
Fucking buckle up, people. I've got like 105 fire subscribers on here. And you're out here
yeah,
just,
just fucking
hammered as
wilding
shit.
out.
Oh man, drinking all the Yinglings. You know what's so funny? It's like 2 weeks after I quit drinking, Yingling decided to make its way to Oklahoma. I was so mad. So I have not had a Yingling in many years.
I respect you not drinking, because every single person I know who I used to drink with regularly who has stopped drinking, their life has improved like exponentially.
Yeah.
And I now respect it. It used to be like a buzzkill kind of thing, and now, as an old person, you're like, oh no, that's a respectable thing to do.
Yeah. I like slow mornings. I love just waking up like super slow. Like, what's up, dude? Look at my dog. And I'm like,
When you're an
Let's
alcoholic,
go.
and I'm speaking from personal experience, there are no mornings. You just wake up at like 11 to like 1.
yeah.
If you don't have a job, and even then if you do, you go there and you're not really conscious until like 11 or 1.
Yeah. Yep, it'd be that way. But no, like I
do
like
be that way.
waking up early. I like being productive. I like not having fun.
Well, I mean,
I still have fun. No, I'm not. I'm lying. I have a good time.
There's a certain level of shit that you have to do during the day that you don't want to do, that you still have to do to feel productive. Mm-hmm. And that can be like
Touch
base
myself.
level shit. Okay. Well, I mean,
Got to do
even
that.
then, I mean, well, yeah.
Yeah.
So, shit, shower, shave, masturbate, but it didn't start with an S, so it doesn't, it doesn't register. No, like
Stroke the schlong, dude.
Oh, you're
there
right.
it is. There it is.
Shit, shower, shave, and stroke the schlong. But you should probably stroke the schlong before you shouldn't shower and then shave. Because, like, if you do it before, you might get too tired, just go back to sleep. I don't know.
That's a real
weird
thing.
question.
Post nut clarity. It's like, you know what? I've done what I needed to do for the day.
Those are the true nihilists, the one who want to, like, achieve post-nut clarity to begin their day. Why would you ever want that?
I want to, like, go into the day and just be like, nah, man, everything makes sense.
Can you be an optimist and have post-nut clarity at the same time?
No. Nope. You're gonna.
I haven't been able to yet. I was like, maybe he's figured something out.
Yeah, I mean, fucking, you can't be Optimus Prime when you've just primed yourself, dude.
That's true. And like Optimus Prime is just redundant, right?
Yeah, it's real shit, dude.
Hey.
Zach, do you have witch friends?
I have one Wiccan acquaintance.
An acquaintance.
We're not really friends in the
Okay.
way that, like, hey, like, I know you do weird shit and I don't give a fuck and we're gonna drink together kind of way. But like not
You,
in
like,
a way
stay
like,
on their-
hey, what do you think about the the origin of existence and
You're not
the
gonna-
objective morality, whether it exists or not. We're not at that level.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, interesting. Oh man, I forgot to set the lights, and we're gonna finish this. Hold on.
Yes, let's please. Can you put on some Barry Manilow? It would Barry Manilow would help so much.
There you go. Okay. All right, now let's get back into talking about these bitches that love the Dark
These
Lord.
bitches.
Or the Dark Lord. Can't even say my words. Let's get back into talking about these women that love the Dark Lord. All right. I don't know, man. So what you're trying to say is you like to just keep her, like, on your good side enough to where, like, she's not going to make a voodoo doll out of you.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. I get it.
And you don't want to. I'm not going to say voodoo doll because she's a witch, and voodoo people are different people, and like witch doctors are part of voodoo culture, and witches are part of like a different culture, and you don't want. It's like assuming somebody's gender in 2025. You don't want to
Yeah.
assume their paganism either,
So
because they differentiate.
So there's the voodoo people, there's the Wiccan people,
Yeah.
and then there's people that like go and play Quidditch.
And the Scientology people, they're all
Fucking science.
and the people who go to feed the homeless for Seventh-day Adventists in fucking
Idiots.
Oklahoma City. They're just all fucking crazy.
Yeah. Fuck, man. Well, I had a witch friend or a Wiccan friend or whatever.
How'd that
they're
go for
called.
you?
I mean, I still haven't, but like, no, they sent me this fucking TikTok one night. I was like really high and about to go to sleep.
You said they. Was it a
so it's a
singular
woman?
Okay.
Yeah. No.
I got you.
Yeah.
You being respectful.
Yeah. I try to be. You know. I try to be. No matter what, I'm still gonna step on someone's
it's so
toes.
patriarchal to assume
I try
that
so hard.
women are witches.
Either way, well, she
Witches are women.
She texted me, and I was like, right before I was about to go to sleep, and it was a TikTok video of like, it was some weird witch shit that didn't make sense, and I'm like, why did you send that to me? She's like, oh, don't worry about it. I was just trying to clear things out of my camera roll.
You don't have to send
What do
some
you
shit.
mean? Don't worry about it. I'm high. I'm going to sleep. I'm crying.
That's true.
What the fuck, dude?
How does her clearing her phone automatically equate to sending you messages? Because those are two very different things.
I don't know, man. It freaked me
They're
out.
witches. We don't question.
So you wouldn't get it.
I mean, I
You
got the
wouldn't
message,
get
but
it.
not your intent.
I get it. Like, I have witch friends, and I mean, that's cool. I just keep them on my good side, as I said. We don't have to understand everything.
To be able to accept and interact with you. I totally and fully agree
I'm
with
just
that.
here like, hey, that's what you want to do, baby. That's what
Like,
you
I
want to
fucking
do.
hate white people. I am so racist, but you know what, JJ? We can still come together and have a conversation without me, you know.
Saying kill Whitey.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm really happy that we can do this.
Kill the boer, right? Fuck it. Dude, okay, no politics. You're right. I was like, I just saw that shit today, and I was like, that's funny. That's fucking funny shit.
No politics.
No politics. Sorry.
Yeah. No, you know what was funny? It was I was talking to one of my buddies the other day about why the food trucks downtown are like no longer allowed to serve after 11 o'clock. It's fucking shitty, dude. And yeah. And it was like the taco truck was like, yeah, man, like we'd be parked outside of the clubs and stuff, and then people would start fighting, which I mean, it's fair. People do be doing that.
They do be.
Start acting right, motherfuckers. And then, but it was like, yeah, like one of like I guess the clubs have kind of been like complaining or some shit like that, which I think.
Well,
is
there have
stupid.
been incidents.
But I was like, man, it really be their own people. You think they'd be like sticking together in this time? You know what I mean? Like. No, they're not. So I was telling this to my buddy, and he goes, I know, man. Even us white guys need to stick together. And I was like, hey, cool it.
Like, fuck
let's
it,
not
this
do
ain't
that.
Prison. Like, no. Like, we differentiate between prison and regular society. Like, in prison, they racially segregate like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
But, like, no, we're in the regular citizenry. You get the same no matter what. You can complain.
Right.
I'm a minority. I can complain. But, fucker, like,
I don't know.
how do I say this? I can be a regular behaving Asian and get like for the bare minimum of what you're socially supposed to not do
Yeah.
and get away with some shit like that's all it takes. That's all it takes. But I know I'm oversimplifying. Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah. 100%. You just said, like, I could be a well-behaved Asian, and I thought that was really fun.
Like, fuck, I don't like attention. Like, unless I'm doing stand-up, like, fucking ignore me. I don't want to talk to you. You're a piece of shit. I mean, I didn't say that part, but, you know, like, leave me the fuck alone.
No, you had to use your man voice on. Leave me alone. He's, like, sitting there, like, holding his yinglings.
Well, I like how you went like this, as if though I have more than two in my hands at a time.
I've seen you drink. I've served you. You know the greatest thing? You know what I was thinking about the other day?
What's that?
When I had that fortune cookie, and I was like, Zach! And then you kicked that fortune cookie out of my hand.
Wait, tell the story.
That was it. Like, I held the fortune cookie out, and I was like, Zach, it's a fortune cookie. And then you, like, karate kicked it perfectly out of my hand.
I taekwondo kicked it. That was a front snap kick
Yeah?
to the lower abdomen.
Yeah.
That was close to being a crotch kick. You had some good reflexes. You backed up and let the fortune cookie be hit, not your balls.
Yeah, dude.
That was really a what is the word? A concerted effort on both of our parts. It looked really cool in front of Leroy.
Oh, yeah, dude. He loved that shit. Yeah.
I was like, did you see that? He's like, yeah, I saw that shit.
That was fucking dope. That shit was funny. I used to, yeah. You know what's funny, Zach, is you are one of the few that actually encouraged me to start doing stand-up comedy.
Yeah,
You remember that?
I hope so. You're funny, fucker.
Well, no, it's, yeah, it was you, Greg Thomas,
Right.
Justin Keithley, Lenny Van Horn. Y'all start doing it.
Wow.
And then here I am.
See, motherfucker.
It's all your fault. It's all your fucking fault.
You're right. No, like
I'm over here stressing all the fucking
we're consigned
time.
to this now.
I'm like digging deep into like writing jokes about my past to connect with people, and I fucking cry,
Right.
Zach. And this is your fault.
so
You should have just
sorry.
let me be a fucking
should
reggae
have.
musician, dude.
should have.
You should have let me just fucking
Oh my
be like,
God.
oh, Jaja, love me, please.
He is the best white Bob Marley and Sublime set from live that you've ever heard, ladies and gentlemen. And I am so sorry for depriving you of that for fucking comedy.
Goddamn, dude. So,
But
yeah.
no. Well, I think okay, JJ.
I'm actually more successful in comedy than I was ever as a reggae musician in
okay,
Oklahoma.
See, like, I'm not. I don't know how successful you are at music because I have no metric for that. But I do know that when you started comedy, like, a lot of the, God damn it, not even a lot. I had heard it repeated from multiple people. Like, fuck this guy. He thinks he's good. Like, no, motherfucker. He's already done stage and like fucking eaten enough dicks on stage doing like fucking
Playing wagon wheel.
music to people who is no longer paying attention.
Mm-hmm.
And all I thought was like, he already has the follow through, right? He already has the follow through. He already has a voice. He already has the stage presence to do this. And I think they were jealous and butthurt a little bit about that when you started.
It happens. Still happens. I don't know. Fucking.
Sorry, guys. I'm projecting my
Level up,
jealousy.
motherfucker. I'm just kidding.
I can't sing Sublime.
Yeah, sometimes I feel like I can't either. You know, what do we do? I mean, what is it? You know, I heard someone say, or it was like a meme, and it said that Sublime are just beach juggalos, and that's just something I have to live with because I'm like, it's so fucking accurate.
See, but okay, say the word "just" comes in there only because of hindsight.
Okay.
It only becomes just because so many people emulated it, right? After it became popular. So it's like fucking grunge artist past 1997. Like,
Right.
oh no, you're trying to sound unique while still trying to operate in a subgenre that you think you sound unique enough in, even though the person who established this genre's existence in the first place
Right.
is like dead and gone, and now you're just derivative. And I don't know where that like magical point is for musicians.
I don't know. I never figured it out either.
Yeah, that's why we do comedy, so we
Yeah,
can be
that's why I
confused in
do.
another area.
And then so now I'm just like, well, let me just go over to this other area of life where I'm gonna get mad confused at, you know.
But okay. So, in comedy's defense, you're just as confused as everybody else. We have no idea what the fuck.
No
we're
one
doing.
knows
Like,
what we're
not-
fucking. I feel like I'm like I have a general idea of where I'm going, and I'm just like, fucking. I don't know how I'm gonna get there, but I'm gonna get there. And that's how it is. You ready to answer some questions, Zach?
Let's
do that.
Oh, are these the Q questions?
The Quora.
Quora?
Yeah, Quora.
Quora?
I don't know.
Quora?
Yeah. Okay, check this one out.
Let's hear it.
My 12-year-old son takes about 3 hours in a shower continuously running water. I've been telling him to shower a few times a week and take less time rather than once a week, but doesn't listen. Why? Yo, your kid
He's jacking off.
is jerking it, dude.
And he's only to the point where his testosterone is where he only has to do it once a day. That kid has discipline.
Yeah, dude, once a week, though.
Because, like, National Geographic at, like, age 12 when I was a kid, and there was, like, no availability of porn or this idea
No.
of regular sexualized shit.
No, you had fucking...
The spank bank, the mental spank bank was enough.
Yeah,
at, like,
that's
age
all
12,
you had.
13.
Yeah, and you had like I had a TV in my room, and so like late at night, like watching like Showtime, then they had like those weird like softcore
Cinemax
porns on.
with the, like, little blurry screen and shit.
And it's like, are they really having sex? Are they not having sex? It was just like really romantic though, and I was like, this is
Well,
cool.
see, here's the thing though. Like, this is about like masturbating before like streamable porn.
Yeah.
Well, it was like Cinemax. There was no
Yeah.
image. It was all like shitty cable garbled signal, and then
Right.
you would just masturbate to the audio because you know they're having sex, and the idea that them having sex.
I was so nervous when they banned Pornhub that I was gonna have to resort to listening. That I was gonna have to resort to listening to like romance novels on
Right.
audiobook. You know what I mean?
So so that's weird. Okay, you're younger than
Come
I
on, Rolando. Touch her. She's been waiting for it for so long.
That's the thing.
It's like, oh my God, the chapter's almost over.
And then he felt the most immense pleasure that he had in his entire life right before he blacked out.
And then he made so much jizz all over her face.
Wait, we going third person limited here. Fuck.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Like, fucking, I think kids got it good nowadays where they don't have to do what we
Right.
did.
They didn't know. I
get
think
porn.
Gen Z has not developed the idea of guile for hiding porn.
Yeah.
Because as long as you are more technologically proficient than your offspring, you can see that shit. It's not
Yeah, yeah.
hard. It's not hard. Their penis is hard, but it's not hard to find the fucking path. It's not. But like back in the day, like I had a good fucking hiding spot. It's not. You get to instill lessons in somebody. It's like bullying, except
Right.
for parents. But you get to instill lessons on somebody. Where's the best place to hide your porn? Some place that's a regularly available
Okay.
that no one thinks to check twice.
The woods.
Whenever they look. Okay, well, the woods. If you
Yeah.
live near the woods, that's nice. But the fucking underneath the pourable, what's it called? Laundry detergent bucket. Just it was if you used to have porno magazines back in the day. That's where you lay it.
So you would like hide it almost in plain sight.
Because the whole thing was like we used to open the cabinet above the washing and drying machine, and then like pour some detergent in or whatever.
Right.
But that was above eye level, and so you never saw like whatever was underneath the laundry detergent. And I know it's pedantic and like hyper specific as fuck, but it's not that's a good hiding spot. That's just I know that's where nobody looked, and I think that's a good lesson to learn if you're trying to be smart.
Yeah.
But also kind of be a little shady.
Yeah. Now you don't really have to hide your porn anymore, dude. It's like all on your phone and fucking I don't know.
Right. That's why if you're okay, like there are new scenarios to me as a porn consumer when I was a teenager.
Mm-hmm.
That I don't
just as a teenager.
Sorry, I consume less now, but it was a lot when I was a teenager.
Yeah.
But like, okay, it's how do I say this correctly? The parental controls have caught up. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you get mad at your kids for looking up porn on their iPhone, that's your fault. That's
your
not
problem.
the kid's fault. That's your fault.
You gave them the iPhone.
You gave them the fucking iPhone. And guess what else? You didn't restrict their access, and you didn't make them give you their privacy, whatever password. Like this is your failure as a parent.
Be better.
Now,
Level up your parenting.
Like your kid looking at porn ain't bad. That's gonna happen. But you being unaware and then mad for something that you facilitated, that's fucking stupid.
You know, when I was, my brother and I shared a room for a little bit, and he had like Hustler magazines, and he just put all of them up on the wall.
What?
Yeah, it was like
While your parents were home?
Yeah.
How the fuck? Like this is just white kids are weird.
My brother was just different, dude. He was like, I'm gonna fucking
How do you
do
get away
this.
with it? How much older
I
was
don't
your
know.
brother?
He's 10 years older than me.
Okay.
But like,
Okay.
so he just like put all the shit up, and then I was like, "Oh, this is awesome!" And so,
So
and then
more aspirational
yeah,
than
and then
was
he
horny.
moved out, and so he moves out, and I wondered, I was like, man, why does everyone always want to come over to my house? Like they would hang out in my room. I'm over there playing with like wrestler toys and stuff, and all my friends are like, oh, this is awesome.
So awesome.
I'm like, come on, guys, you can be the Undertaker.
Yeah, the Undertaker.
Yeah.
Oh.
So then my sister, she started dating my brother-in-law, and my brother-in-law walks in one day, and he just like took them all
So
down.
glad you said in-law.
I was like, yeah, you son of a bitch. My brother-in-law? Yeah. Why?
No, you said your sister started dating your brother-in-law, and then I got happy
Yeah.
because you said in-law.
Yeah.
This has been weird if your sister started.
Yeah, that would have been real weird. You know what I mean?
A little bit.
We don't do that.
But but I was like, I don't know what to expect because like there were so many hustlers just hanging around the walls. I don't know how white families were.
Yeah, it was nice. So like, I mean, at a very young age, I knew what the sex was. You know what I mean? I just couldn't make jizz until I was like
13, 12.
fucking something like that somewhere. But long story long, folks, your kid is jerking it, bro. Your kid is fucking
Jerking it.
It looks like a goddamn Cinnabon
I'm so
exploded up in that
sorry.
fucking place, dude.
Have the talk with him. It might change his behavior to where you can at least manipulate it, if not correct it fully, if you don't want him to masturbate at all. Which, sorry.
Yeah, but hey, I mean, at least your kid is actually taking a bath. That brings us to our
That's true.
That brings us to our next question. My girlfriend doesn't shower, brush her teeth, use deodorant, or wipe. She smells really bad. Her armpits, breath, body, private parts, and butt smell very bad. What should I do? Dog, quit dating homeless people.
Yeah,
What
it's
the
so
fuck?
easy. It's so easy.
And also, like, I almost feel like that question's not real. I don't feel.
yeah, it seems a little hyperbolic after the third comma, right?
Yeah, I feel like that's not real. You know what I mean?
Well, okay. So the solution. Let's just pretend like no frills. It's a real question. Raise your standards, bro.
Yeah.
Raise your that's a you problem. That's definitely
You don't
a
have to like
problem.
jump
Sorry.
up like so much to it. These are good mics. Yeah.
My
I mean,
bad.
yeah, no, you're good. You're good. You're good. Let me see your
Okay,
hand.
sorry,
Let me see
Saul.
your hand. Let me see your hand. No. No,
Okay.
the other side.
No.
Don't
No,
you? I'm
that's
just
that's
kidding.
that's a you issue, bro.
Yeah, man. Like, no,
Like,
what the
can
fuck?
I do? Like, fucking
Yo,
fix yourself.
if they even have like bad, like if, oh man, dude, if I see a girl, I don't care how hot she is, dude. If I hug you and you smell like butt cheeks,
Yeah.
ta-ta, sis. Like, there's billions of other people in the world, man. Like, I ain't got no time for that. Someone said like, this is just a really like deep sign of depression. Yeah, I mean, get your shit straight, I guess, because I mean, dude.
Well, it's like,
ugh.
okay, it's a deep sign of depression, right? To not maintain oneself, and I know this because I have depression, and it's a maintenance for people with depression. However, at the same time, I don't expect any sort of social acceptance if I'm on like just dirty. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, it feels.
I mean, is that you think?
It feels so impolite to hug at people when I stinky. It's just weird. Maybe it's a cultural leftover.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah, dude. I just, yeah, I'm a big hygiene guy. Like, I don't like smelling bad. Like,
I'm not even a big hygiene guy. Like he said, she doesn't use deodorant,
That's
take
gross.
showers, do laundry, like
Nope.
all this stuff. I'm like,
doesn't wipe her butt, dude.
Right. So
dude wipes are also for women, dude.
each of these things are what's the word? Individually addressable.
Yeah.
But all these things together, motherfucker, you already know the answer.
What should I do?
What?
I don't know. Maybe fucking find someone else, dude. you could date them. Like, you could date someone who works at McDonald's better
idea
looking than
how
that.
much better pussy feels when it doesn't stink. Like, I don't know how to explain it to you, bro.
Yeah.
It's nice.
It's a good thing, you know what I mean? Like, how desperate are you? Like, how desperate are you to be like, you're gonna stay with old funky butt, dude?
Right.
Like, that's gross as shit.
I mean, okay, so it's just you obviously he's invested in this woman, like not what's the word, emotionally, right?
Yeah.
To where maybe there's a little bit of a sunken cost fallacy going on. It's like, I've been with this long, but she doesn't do any of these things. How can I help it? I'm like, bro, just try one issue, and if she can't fix one of those issues, then move the fuck on, because you know.
Let's start off
you
with
already know
wiping
all
your
these
ass.
are issues.
Yeah. Jesus, dude. I don't know. People are weird. And, like, people will stay in, like, these weird-ass relationships that are so toxic. And I'm like, dude, what are you doing? You know what I mean? Shit, dude, we got women out here fighting over dudes with no job.
Why
Like,
do you
what the
think
fuck?
Why do you think they do it?
You know what? I was talking to someone about this earlier, and I feel like there's just, like, something in their head. Like, they're like, this is all I know, and this is what, I don't know, it just feels familiar to them.
That makes sense.
And so it's like, when
Do you
they
think
when
it's
they
like a fear of
continue,
being alone,
that's a thing. I mean, that could
like
be
there's crossover, maybe.
Yeah, that could be something in it, but I feel like I don't know.
It's a hard one.
It's like they got to work that out themselves. There's something going on in
like,
here
hey,
for them
JJ,
to
what's
say
the
that.
answer to the human condition? Like,
Fucking yeah,
we
no.
don't
Let's
fucking know
ask
these
let's
questions.
ask me. I'm like high and caffeinated and dealing with a drunk Asian on my podcast.
Fairly well, I might add.
Hey, you're doing a really good job. I'm really proud of you. That's why I was like, we got to get him.
Thank you.
He came out and I was like, we got to get him a latte.
A
Get this
vanilla-
man a latte.
A vanilla
stat.
latte, ladies and gentlemen.
Vanilla latte. Yeah. I think that's the only flavor they have. I don't think there's a chocolate latte.
Hey, it still counts.
Yeah, dude. You got a little caffeine in you. You're okay.
It's good. It's a nice counteract.
Yeah, dude. I'm sorry that you feel obligated to stay with old Stinky McGee, but maybe
Maybe
you
try-
should look inward and say, why am I stupid? Okay. I feel like, you know what? That's what I feel like a lot of people need to take a look in the mirror, look inward, and say, why am I a fucking moron? And I feel like a lot of the world's problems will be solved, you know?
You say you think a lot of people should do that. I think every fucking person should do that.
Damn it. Not Martha Stewart.
Just like just walk into your bathroom in the morning like, what am I doing? Like, what the fuck am I doing?
What the fuck?
That
I don't
little
feel like
existential crisis. You need to have that daily.
I don't feel like Martha Stewart needs to do it, though. She a bad bitch.
Yeah, her and Snoop Dogg. I think they just get to look in the morning in the mirror together and be like, "No, we got this." You know?
Who was someone was telling me the other day that, like, who would win in a fight between Martha Stewart or Kris Jenner, and I was like, Martha, all fucking day, dude. Martha got fucking street cred, bro. Martha affiliated.
Okay. Martha is older.
Yeah.
And Caitlyn Jenner.
No,
had
Kris
a
Jenner.
penis.
Kris
Jenner.
Kris Jenner.
Oh,
Yeah.
Kris Jenner. Sorry,
yeah,
my bad.
Kris
Okay.
Jenner.
That totally
Kris
changes
Jenner.
up. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh no, you're right. Okay. So.
Martha would wipe the fucking streets with Kris Jenner. Are you
No.
kidding me, dude?
No, Kris Jenner.
Oh,
Kris
no, no.
Jenner's she's a minority and she's Armenian, so that means she might like even if she doesn't know what she's doing, she might have a little bit of that old world blood, you know, like.
So she's gonna have other people do
struggle.
it for her. If it was a fight 1-on-1 between Martha Stewart and Kris Jenner, right? No one else. Martha Stewart would rock that bitch. Martha Stewart is that bitch. Have you ever
hard.
seen? Have you ever seen the Martha Stewart documentary on Netflix?
No. She goes hard.
She goes
But
hard,
she doesn't go hard
dude.
physically. Like Kris Jenner
Oh, dude.
is athlete adjacent.
Just because she hasn't been tested physically doesn't mean like she ain't capable.
This
Look
is the
look at
question.
everything that Martha Stewart has accomplished, and look at everything that Kris Jenner has just what.
How hard Kris Jenner has made one thing accomplish.
Yeah, fucking
Two things.
No, dude, Martha Stewart, that bitch, bro. I always knew it. I always knew that Martha Stewart was a bad bitch, but I didn't know that she was that bitch. And I was like, oh my god.
Have you seen that picture of her in the green apron?
Oh, when she's like naked underneath it?
Yeah.
Fuck, dude.
Like I just saw that. All I could think was one word. Wood.
Totally.
Totally would.
Smash.
Totally would. Totally would.
Martha Stewart was such
Totally
a bad bitch, bro.
Exactly.
Martha Stewart is like, dude, in that documentary, it's so funny because she went like full Eminem stan mode when she found out her husband was cheating on her. And it started off with like letters that are like, I really wish that we could work this out. I'm so sorry. I miss you, blah, blah, blah. And it gradually escalated to, I'm going to burn that whole fucking shit down with you and that bitch in it. The fuck? Oh my God. It was so amazing. I was like, you were so fucking badass,
It was like,
dude.
okay, it was, okay. Like, this is what I'm jealous of women for because, like, she had a Mel Gibson crash out.
Oh, it's
And no one
beautiful.
noticed because she's fucking Martha Stewart. You
Don't
can
give
get
a
away
fuck.
with that shit.
Don't give a fuck.
Insider trading, fucking done.
Yeah.
Get me into the minimum security prison.
Dude,
You're fine.
The greatest thing in this documentary is like when they bring that up and they're like, hey, Martha, didn't you also have an affair at this time? She goes, I had a small affair with a very attractive Irishman. It was nothing. Like, she just blew it off like, oh my God, it was
It's
so
just fucking
awesome.
Martha Stewart. It's not her husband. She didn't bring in the bacon. I think, like, if you're the
Martha
lead earner,
Stewart.
you get to have a little more say in if you're going to have an affair or not.
Dude, all I'm saying is Martha Stewart would beat the fuck out of Kris Jenner, dude. You don't think that, like,
No, I want her to beat the fuck out of Kris Jenner, but
oh my God, it would be amazing.
I would pay. Dude,
Martha
next
Stewart-
creator content, fucking. If I saw them fight, are you putting money on Martha Stewart or Kris Jenner?
Oh, Martha Stewart.
Because like Martha Stewart is like OG gangster. She's a little bit older, so I don't know how she'd do against Kris Jenner.
She got that old woman strength, dude. She got claws for the menopause. Yeah.
They're made of blood.
No, dude, can you
Menopause blood.
imagine like Martha Stewart just like rolling up into the ring, got cornrows on, Snoop in her court, and Snoop fucking trains. Snoop trains to fight too.
Yeah.
So she walks in, Kris Jenner's like, "Oh my God, I don't know anything about her. I just know that Martha Stewart would fucking rock that bitch, bro."
Yeah, I think you know what? I don't know. I think it's a toss up. Like clout wise, Martha Stewart got Kris Jenner all day. Physically, dude, I don't know. Kris Jenner's like, what are you like 10 years younger? She's like in her 60s, right?
I don't know, maybe.
Dude, I don't know. I'm just thinking too seriously. Watch too much UFC. That's how it goes.
Yeah, I'm just saying, dude. My money's on Martha Stewart.
I want
Hands
Martha
down.
Stewart to win. I'll say that. Yeah,
I even put it in ChatGPT once, and then they're like, "Oh no, Martha Stewart got this." Even ChatGPT.
Martha Stewart has Martha
If
Stewart's
AI got it, if AI is like, "No, dude, our money's on Martha Stewart,"
Martha
we're gonna
Stewart's
go Martha
been to
Stewart.
prison. I forgot about that factor.
Yeah, and Martha Stewart, when she was in prison, she was put into solitary confinement for like a day, no food or water, because she accidentally touched a guard. And you know what Martha Stewart did afterwards?
Baked him a cake.
Oh, dude, she was just like, whatever. She ran that fucking prison, dude.
Oh, dude,
She
probably
ran that
ran the
prison.
prison before.
Dude,
Let's be honest.
she taught all the prisoners and stuff that are about to get out, like, oh, I'm gonna teach you how to run a business. and like knock that
the
shit
fuck
out.
knew?
She walks out of prison wearing like a fucking not a scarf, but a poncho
Right.
made from a prisoner, crocheted by someone from the
Dude,
streets.
who needs a fucking like lamp shade when you can make a fucking bodysuit?
Yeah. So I'm saying Martha Stewart walks out and they're like, "Oh, where'd you get that? Who are you wearing? It's none of your fucking business."
Well,
bitch.
okay, I think so like if we're gonna entertain this argument, Martha Stewart is too good for Kris Jenner. So physically, if they're 1-on-1, I think Kris Jenner might win. I'll give that a toss up. But like clout wise and just like if you have their respective audiences in front of them, Martha Stewart ain't gonna have to lift a fucking finger. Because before Kris Jenner even gets close, there's going to be like a horde of 100,000 people who just beat the fuck out of Kris Jenner. Just because Martha Stewart is like the name. You know, she's like the Mr. Rogers. She's like, what's the word? She's got the clout.
Martha Stewart got the juice.
She does. She got the juice on.
She got the
on
juice
down.
now. Yeah. So that's how I feel about that.
That's how we feel about that. Good.
This is a good one. What causes old folks to withdraw into their own world at some stage of their life?
Wow, that's a deep question.
Yeah, I think it's because they get.
I worked as a CNA, but I want to hear your answer first.
I feel like they're just like, y'all are fucking dumb. And I'm going to create a world in my head that's fucking dope because I'm old and I can just sit here and shit myself and then you have to fucking clean it up, dude. Like, let me just fucking chill. Like, live my remaining days. You know what I mean?
You're talking about those
And pray for
incognito
Lily
people.
Phillips to walk into my fucking nursing home and want to clap me.
Oh, dude. Oh, would you, Lily Phillips?
If I was an old person and I'm like, and because she's taking a tour around nursing homes.
Yeah, oh, okay.
Or that's what she says she's doing.
That sounds, charitable.
If she does that, dude, fuck yeah, dude. If I'm like fucking at the end of my days.
If I didn't know, I might.
Yeah. Would you have sex with Lily Phillips now?
No.
No?
No.
Me neither.
I think I grew up in the I'm not so religious anymore, but I think like I have enough of a scar or a mark in raising I don't fuck that much anymore. Like I did a little bit after I started comedy, but I think
There's no women in comedy, bro.
yeah, there are. But there are chuckle fuckers every now and then. So the
They
thing
out
is-
there.
they do be out there. Thing is I'm not trying to have sex with like a girl that I don't feel bad accidentally impregnating. Does that make sense? I've had too many fallen soldier friends of mine who the girl stopped taking birth control, or the dude had kids with him and got divorced, took all his shit, can't see the kids. Too many friends, anecdotally, and I know that whatever social commentary doesn't matter, but it's too much of a risk. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's scary to me.
Yeah, I feel that. Okay, so
Like,
what?
I don't feel comfortable having sex with a girl I wouldn't mind impregnating accidentally. I think that's like bare minimum.
That's fair. Yeah. What causes old folks to withdraw into their own world at some stage of their life? What do you feel? Hit me with it, Zach.
That's a number of reasons, JJ.
Okay, go.
So let's be you, JJ. Let's be you at 76.
I'm a bad man.
Every single social group that you start hanging out with, right?
Mm-hmm.
They start having members that die out.
Yeah. Shit, I'm 36 and I fucking have
That's
that.
happening, isn't it? You start to notice, right? We're at the beginning. It's going to happen. For the
That's
rest
been
of our
happening my
lives.
whole life, dude.
Exactly. It's been happening the whole time.
Yeah.
So, but you're 76, and it starts happening more often.
Right.
And it starts happening more often in every single social group that you hang out with.
Mm-hmm.
And now all you have is like your spouse, if they're still there. And
Even
they
if you
don't,
have one.
that's even shittier because everyone that you are used to socializing with is now starting to die. And if you last long enough, now you're the only one. And it's hard to make friends with people because there aren't a lot of people around your same age who are still surviving. Especially as the farther along you go, the fewer there are. And so you withdraw. And it's not like people get less sociable, period, stop, when they get older. It's just that they've established their friendship and their friend groups for so long that, meeting new people who are younger than them, that are outside of any sort of friend group that they've ever had. They don't know how to socialize with it. That just naturally leads to isolation, and that's shitty. That's like really shitty to people. I don't know how to say it, man. I'm just going on fucking. I'm standing on the soapbox, but like you know how like people in a like old nursing home they get a bad rap for like losing their minds. I'm like, motherfucker, what would you do if like every person that you know how to socialize with and you feel comfortable socializing with just dies?
Yeah.
And, like you are what's left, and you're stick with socializing with what's left.
Right.
And now everyone just starts kind of racing towards the bottom as far as dementia and how prevalent it is the group that you're hanging out with. That sucks.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was my diatribe as a CNA. I was like, I've seen this happen too many times. Fuck.
Damn. And that's why I drink all the Yinglings.
That's part of the reason why. It's part of the reason why old people isolate. It's part of the reason why I drink Yingling.
I've seen things, man.
seen
I've wiped
things.
asses, man. I've wiped asses
You haven't
that you've never seen. You've never even seen the asses that I've had to
that's
wipe.
Like, if I ever decide to have kids, it's weird to me to hear new parents complain about wiping a kid's ass and having to do it often. And I'm not saying that I'm right or they're right, but it's weird for me to hear them complain about it. Because I'm like, what do you got, man? Well, like 3 wipes most, right?
Right.
That's what you got. Old people, they...
You just got to get a hose, man.
It's just bigger. The large intestine's bigger. That's just what I'm going to say.
That's it.
It's just going to take a little bit.
Mm.
Like, and I get it. It's your offspring, and you don't get paid for it, but also it's your offspring. So
Right.
kind of motherfucker, like, you don't know what bad is yet. They're not mad they have to clean up shit. They're mad they have to clean up shit every single fucking day. Which, like, if you have to clean up bigger shits every day, it feels weird, and I don't have a kid. But it feels weird to hear them bitching about it, you know?
Right. Okay, so you had a job where you had to wipe people's asses. Now, is that very similar to, like, a cook? As to when, like, a chef or someone like that is just, like, making food all day, and when they go home, they don't want to make food? So after a long day of wiping asses, and then you go home, and then you have to shit, are you like, I don't want to do this, man?
Okay.
Is that why you smell bad
I
after
feel I should be
pooping?
funny. I should be funny and say, you know what? I still want to shit, and the shit comes out.
Yeah.
But I am now more hesitant to wipe. Like, you're like, God damn it, again. Okay, at least I can feel where the relative distribution of
Yeah.
poop particles between my butt cheeks are.
Yeah.
Like, it's not. I don't get so tired of wiping asses that I get tired to wipe my own ass.
Okay, so it's not the same thing.
It's not the same thing because I can't really feel the pressure in their colon whenever they're just gonna have a blowout, but I can feel it in mine, so I can kind of like mentally prepare. Right? You
know
can
it's about
sort
to
of
come in.
feel, right? You can anticipate it and gird your loins for it.
Yeah. Oh man, that's poetic. I think we got time for 2 more. Let's
Two more.
do that. Do you go around home with no pants when no one else is there?
Yes. Like, I go around naked. I don't, like, I live by myself. Why would you wear clothes?
Oh, you do live by yourself now.
Yes.
I thought you still had roommates.
No, not anymore.
Oh, that's right. I forget. Yeah, sweet, man. So you just
Yeah.
like hang around, you just walk
To be
around.
fair,
just
I walked
dong,
around naked
donging.
in the middle of the night at my old place, but I got caught a couple times, and now the security of not being caught in the middle of the
Yeah.
night is nice.
Is that why you live by yourself now?
To walk around naked, you are 100% correct.
Oh, dude, isn't it great? I mean,
So
I have my dog, you know what I mean? And so it's like I'm walking around naked. I'm like, don't judge me, dude. Like, it's like let me be. But I'm not like walking around like sitting on my couch chilling. But I'm like, oh, cool. I got out the shower, dried off. I'm gonna walk over to my dryer because I'm irresponsible and haven't put my clothes up yet. And I'm just gonna pull the clothes out of the dryer.
Why,
and
man?
put
You
them
can be
on.
naked this whole time. Why would you? I think it's the forbidden fruit aspect of it. It's just being able to walk around naked.
It's
You've
freedom.
had your own apartment for a while, so you're trying to maintain a certain level of social
I
decorum.
love it. No.
Do you like? But you said only from the bathroom to the laundry room. Like, I'm just walking around for like 3 hours. A day,
Dude,
just
I mean,
fucking buff naked.
Well, yeah, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna go like sit on my couch and shit like that and fart. Like we're not doing that.
No,
You know.
no. I mean, don't. No.
I'm in my 30s, bro. You can't always trust a fart. Well, you know that.
You know, like, we know that we have a very limited number of shits to give.
Dude, I love living by myself. I would never. I don't think I'll ever have another roommate again.
Nah.
That's
I
not
will,
like.
it's exactly your wife, your kids, or whatever. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel similarly.
I don't know. I like doing. I also just like doing things by myself in general. You know what I mean? And that doing things by myself is great, and it's even better when I don't have to put on pants.
That is 100% true.
I love it. Like, dude, I wish I could just go to Harkins Theater and go watch a movie, no pants.
Okay, just go to the back row. Wait till you're 10 minutes in the movie.
I don't like the back row.
Oh, see,
I like
now
that
now
front.
You have to.
I like that front row where I could prop my feet up
You
on
have to
the.
negotiate, man. Like, how
oh.
badly do you want to have those no pants versus how many people might be able to see you taking them off while you're in the theater? That's a whole question.
But I always like that front row where I could like pop my feet up on the
chair in front of you.
chair. But like I always go to the movies when like no one else is gonna go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Matinees.
Yeah, the matinees, middle of the week. Fucking people have jobs, bro. You know what I mean? People have like jobs that
Shit to do.
they've got to be adults. I want to go watch a fucking movie, and I'm gonna sit there by myself in this theater and eat my snacks, hit my weed pen allegedly, and just fucking enjoy. I went to go watch a movie one day, middle of the week, matinee, sitting by myself. Movie's about to start. Here comes a fucking couple, bro. This sweet, fucking beautiful couple, man. They're probably gonna have great, happy lives.
Yeah.
They're gonna have good-looking kids that are gonna be like the prom king and homecoming queen and all this shit. And they sat directly behind me, dude. And I was like, "Fuck
I think they do it on purpose, man. I think they do it on purpose.
Those motherfuckers.
They are motherfuckers.
Those motherfuckers. I was so mad, dude. I was
of all the places. Of all the places.
Ooh, I was so frustrated. But it also, I feel like it was my karma because there was one time that I walked into a movie and there was another couple just sitting in there.
Did you do it?
What?
Like go right behind them?
No, I went all the way to the top, dude.
Oh, you're a polite person.
Yeah,
That's good
I
for
went
you.
all the way to the top because I'm like,
Smart.
yo, dude, like I ain't trying to
Have your
cock
time,
block
have your
you, bro.
time.
Like you got that, like fucking get your little pee tug, bro.
That shouldn't be karma for you. That was totally undeserved.
Yeah, it was.
I'm sorry, man.
It sucked. And I didn't enjoy the movie as much. I tried watching it when it came out on Netflix.
Not the same.
Not the same.
Not the same.
I almost wanted to like find their info and be like, hey man, can you all just come sit behind me so I can just experience.
Just get there like
Just come sit behind
their
me. Man.
Dropbox and just like, hey, motherfucker.
Yeah, just like airdrop them a text, like airdrop them a photo, like, hey.
I see you.
Yeah. I see you. Oh man. I like doing things by myself. I like living by myself. And I love walking around with no pants on.
Yeah? Which you are only enabled to do when you're by yourself?
When I'm by myself.
Wait. Can I take a piss break? You get out.
Well, hold on. We're almost done.
Okay,
We're almost
sorry.
done.
I'm sorry. My bladder's
Sorry.
fucking.
Yeah, all those Yinglings are just really hitting you. We're going to do one more question. We're going to let you go.
Let's do this.
Okay.
It'll make me speed through the question and let me take a piss at the same time. This is so great, JJ. You're very good logistically.
I'm very good logistically. Okay. Let's see. Why do steaks from restaurants taste so much better than the steaks I make at home? Because you don't know how to season them.
Correct. So, I mean, there's YouTube videos on this. I swear to God, let your fucking steak rest. That's it. That's like half the battle. Let your steak rest. Cook it in the oven for a little bit after you char the sides. Like, to whatever, like, know how to char the sides the way you want.
Mm-hmm.
And look up what temperature for what thickness of beef you have to how long you should cook it in the oven afterwards after you've established the char. It's not that hard. Like, there's a whole YouTube video about how why restaurant steaks are better than the steaks you cook at home. Marinating is one of the reasons. You're totally right.
Just marinate it. I like marinating my steaks in balsamic vinaigrette. That shit's good. I'll marinate them like overnight.
Yep.
Like really get in there, dude. There's this girl. She was hanging around for a little bit, and she was like, yeah, I go in like one day a week, like I go kayaking, and all of us like cook steaks around a campfire. I'm like, oh, dope. Like, how do you season it? She goes, huh? And I was like, no.
Oh, that's a waste of meat.
It
Might as well
is.
cook it well done at that point. Fuck
Yeah,
you.
no. And I hang out with way too many black people for you to, like, bring you around and then be like, hey guys, I brought food. Fuck, you did. Like, they'd be so mad.
Hey, dude.
Bring a coleslaw casserole to the...
No.
No.
No. That's more of an insult than it is anything else. What the fuck,
Bro,
man?
don't do that. I like coleslaw though.
No, it's good, but I'm not
Yeah?
having coleslaw. So steak, you can kiss my ass.
But it's just like no seasoning. I'm sorry. Like, why are your steaks not as good? It's because you don't know what the fuck you're doing, dude.
Right. Okay. So
I don't know what to tell you.
dude,
That's it.
You gotta have a good marinade. Like I like soy sauce, sugar, and garlic. Like
Yeah.
that's my shit. Like if I'm gonna do a marinade, that's my preferred flavor.
Yeah.
But the marinade is so good because it makes like there's variability in what's a good meal.
Yeah.
Steak is just good.
It's just good. I love a good steak, dude. You know what? I had a show. It was a corporate company Christmas party,
Uh-huh.
and it was at Mickey Mantle's. I was so excited. I was so pumped. And I was like, maybe I'll get to eat. I didn't.
That's a dagger.
Yeah, dude, it hurt. And I so like while I'm trying to do comedy, they're bringing out the food. And at one point, I was like, no one was like really paying attention. Like the crowd was just kind of like, just kind of doing their thing. Yeah. I just started looking at people. I'm like, yo, man, like seriously, if you're not gonna eat that, like holla at your boy. Didn't work. But you know what did work? This fucking podcast. It did. I got Zach on here. I think we solved a lot of the world's problems
Yeah,
today.
we totally did. Every world peace, everybody.
Okay. No, hit him. Hit him. Yeah. No, just kidding. No, world peace, all that good shit.
Fuck yeah, JJ.
Yeah, dude. Thanks for encouraging me to do comedy and
Thanks for keeping it wood.
Yeah, I did that. We did that. Peace, bud.
Super hard. Have a good night.
Like, share, subscribe, all that shit. jjwoodcomedy.com. Look at all the upcoming show dates. Go to Float OKC. All that good shit.
Smart.
Yeah, peace, y'all.